Welcome once again to the Ask Anya Show.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today is April the 28th, 2020, and we are ready for the Ask Anya Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Having a difficulty. All right. So we've had some technical difficulties. I apologize. So here we are on Tuesday, Ask Anya Tuesdays. Thank you all so very much for joining in. If you are watching via Facebook Live, if you're on, put in some comments just so I'll know that you are present and you are here. Today is a wonderful day. I hope everyone has had a safe one, a healthy one, a very wellness filled day, as well as you're making it in all of your relationships during this time of quarantine. So I see some people already coming on to Facebook. And if you are here, send me a comment. Let me know that you are present. I want to say hello to you and thank you so very much. Hello, Sheila. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. All right. So tonight, I want to make sure that everyone knows that you can go on to Anya's Wellness YouTube channel and subscribe. Please do feel free to go on. Let me know how you're liking the show. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you need to. And definitely give me some comments to let me know how I can better serve you through the Ask Anya show on Tuesdays. So once again, thank you all for joining in and coming on. If you are here, please feel free to leave me a comment so that I will know that you are here and I can say hello to you. Thank you all so very much. Once again, turning in all of your questions and letting me know that you do care about the Ask Anya show, letting me know that you do have some concerns and that this particular show is a need. So thank you so very much for letting me know through your questions that you're bringing to the show that it is a much needed show. So once again, if you have not been on to the YouTube channel, which is Anya's Wellness, feel free to go on and subscribe, like, and share, as well as on Facebook Live. Please feel free to start a watch party, share the video, as well as like. And from there, feel free during the course of this show to chime in. I would love to have some feedback. I'm trying to adjust so I can make sure that everyone out there on YouTube, hello, can see me as well as hear me as well. So feel free, like I said, if you have questions or if you want to comment about a question that someone has turned in, feel free to definitely, make some comments on Facebook, and we will try to do our best to see those comments and reply to those comments during the show. All right. Feel free if you have questions about anything. We're talking about health, y'all, wellness, relationships. As a massage business owner, of course, I can bring you the tips and tools that you need to keep your body healthy and well via massage and just holistic measures. As a coach, as a licensed professional counselor, I love working with marriage couples and marriages, as well as families and people who are dealing with grief. Those are my levels of expertise. I mean, I can talk to anyone. However, those are probably some of the ones that I am most apt to enjoy working with, as well as being able to help you the most. I've been through some things. So therefore, I know that with not only my experience, but my life experience, I am able to help you all out. So hello to everyone who's popping on. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Nito. Hi, Gary. Hi, Shawana. I am so glad that you all tuned in. I want you all to definitely go to my YouTube channel, Anya's Wellness, and subscribe, like, and share. If you're on Facebook, feel free to like and share this particular episode. This is my second episode. So today, we're here to talk about more health, more wellness, as well as relationships. So we're going to just jump right on in. It's about 6:05 now. We have some people on the line. So we want to say hello to all of you all that are out there once again that are just joining us. Feel free to go on to YouTube, our YouTube channel, Anya's Wellness, and subscribe. If you have questions, if someone would be so kind and put Anya's well at gmail.com into the comment section so that everyone will know how to send in a question if you have any types of questions. So if you have questions that you want to discuss on Tuesdays for Ask Anya Tuesdays, please, please, please send the questions to Anya's, that's ANYAS, well at gmail.com. All right, so let's jump into our first question, which is from a gentleman by the name of Frank on this evening. Hi, Kimberly, I see you. Um, his question is, during this time of quarantine, we have been told by, oh my goodness. Okay, he said, we have been told by our president to put Clorox in our nose. Please, no one, please. Don't put Clorox in your nose. Please. I'm begging you. Don't do it. It's not healthy, okay? So he says, we have been given symptoms of what to look for that causes virus to live in your body or our bodies. Understanding that some people have immune systems that can easily be compromised by this virus. What are some holistic practices we can do to help ourselves? Okay, Frank, thank you so very much. First of all, for tuning in. Thank you, Sheila, for putting up Anya's, put an A, you missed out a letter. So it's ANYAS, well at gmail.com. That's where you can send all of your questions. Thank you so much. But he has on here, he wants to know what are some holistic practices that you can do to help prevent or help yourself from, keeping the virus. So I thought this was awesome. I told I thought, hey, why not just talk about 6 ways? Since he's a man, 6 is the number of man. Why not go with 6? Okay, there are several out there, y'all. There are herbs, all over. You can go to health food stores if they're open or whenever they're open. If you don't have that, think about things that you might have around the house. Maybe you have some things that I'm going to be talking about in your house that you can use. Okay. So I thought of 6 different herbs that you can use that helps to boost your immune system. Okay, so the first one tonight, if anybody is taking notes, is Ignatia. It's ECINACEA, Ignatia. Okay, I remember years of taking. I mean, I can remember when I first started taking Ignatia. Something that me and my best friend girls we would do. We would start when we were working out. When we were in our younger days, we still work out, but in our younger days. Okay, so in our younger days, we would work out, and something we always made sure that we kept in our system was Ignatia. If anybody around us was coughing or had the sniffles or anything like that, we're like, girl, you better go get you some Ignatia. So Ignatia, I know for sure it works, y'all. So if you have Ignatia in your house, that is a holistic herb that you can use. It is a immune booster. It fights against colds and any types of bronchial is definitely, they say that a lot of times the people are dying from having pneumonia, they can't breathe. So if you have Ignatia, that would definitely help you out. Now, I'm not telling you that it's going to cure the virus or tell you that, you won't, your family member won't die from the virus. Please don't take my word as golden. Still listen to the CDC for specific guidelines and things like that. But just know that Ignatia is definitely one of the ways that you can help prevent any types of colds and flus. Second, we have garlic. Anybody a vampire? Hope I have no vampires on here tonight. Okay, someone asked me to spell Ignatia again. Okay, Ignatia is ECHINACEA, Ignatia. Okay, but okay, so we're moving on to number 2, which is garlic. Garlic, a A lot of people don't like the smell of garlic. I know it can get stinky, but you need to understand garlic can be your best friend. Garlic takes care of a lot of things, okay? It fights against viruses. It fights against bacteria. It fights against funguses. If you have funguses, garlic is your friend, okay? So, I mean, they call garlic the triple threat, basically. You're not gonna get anything past garlic. Well, and you probably know already because of the smell of it, okay? So the smell, the potency of garlic is going to help you. So we're talking about different ways that we can stay well through health, wellness, as well as relationships. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I see some of you all that are coming back from last week. Thank you so much, Lisa, Mark, Joyce, Patrick, Sheila. I thank all of you, Katrina. Um, so tonight, yes, Joyce, that's how you spell it, Ignatia. Thank you. Okay, so tonight we have a question from Frank. He's wanting to know, what are some things that you can do um, to prevent, you know, this virus from taking hold of your body. Even if you get the virus, these are things that are natural, holistic ways that you can help prevent your body or boost your immune system. His question was talking about how some people's immune systems are already compromised. So, what are some holistic things that they can do? So this is one of them. So far we have two, Ignatia and garlic. The third one is elderberry. Now, I can't really speak on elderberry, but I have clients that talk about elderberry like it is gold. Okay. The only thing I can tell you about elderberry is that it reduces the length of flu-like symptoms. So if you have any type of flu-like symptoms, it's supposed to reduce it. Reduce the length of time of it. Like I said, I have not taken elderberry, at least not to my knowledge that I've taken it. But that doesn't mean that it's not good for you. Okay. I'm giving you 6 tonight. 6 for Frank because he's a man. So Frank, tonight you get 6 ways of using holistic health herbs tonight. Okay. 6 herbs tonight. All right. So, let's see. The next one is green tea. Now, I've been taking green tea since I was a young girl, working out as a trainer, as just working out, doing whatever. Green tea is very good for blocking enzymes that inhibit viral infections. Okay, so we know that COVID-19 is a virus. Okay, and most of the time when you go to a doctor, they're going to tell you that there's not really much that they can do because a virus is a virus, and a virus has to just take its course. It's not like you can use a bacterial type of medicine or something to kill a virus. A virus is a virus, as a virus is a virus. It has to, take its course. So these are different ways or different herbs that can help you reduce the length of the virus or help attack the enzymes that causes the virus to grow, okay, or flourish basically in your body. All right. So we have Ignatia, we have garlic, we have elderberry, and we have green tea. Let's see. Yeah, we have olive leaf. Now I'm an olive oil girl anyway. I cook with olive oil. Can't tell you all my secrets, but trust me, I use olive oil. I use olive oil because it's very beneficial for you. If you're a Bible scholar or you're a Christian, maybe you've heard of using anointing oil. All of that comes from the olive leaf or the olive tree. So those are very healing and potent um, extractions from that leaf, which causes enzymes to produce what allows how. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, so basically, those enzymes are going to help reduce how the virus replicates. So, in order to keep the virus from duplicating itself, you want to take um, olive oil, cook with olive oil. It's healthier anyway. Cooking with olive oil or using olive oil on your body helps your skin, all kinds of things. Thank you all so very much for coming on and watching. And if I haven't spoken to you, please leave me a comment or something. I would definitely try to get back with all of you all out here on Facebook Live. I see you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed to Anya's Wellness YouTube channel, feel free to go over to YouTube and subscribe today, like and share. If you're on Facebook Live, feel free to like and share this video, start a watch party, whatever you want to do. I greatly appreciate it. If you have questions and you want your question to be discussed on a Tuesday during Ask Anya Tuesdays, feel free to send an email to anyaswell@gmail.com, and that is ANYAS well@gmail.com. Okay, so Frank, I hope let me give you one more. This is the last one. I said I was giving Frank 6 because he's a man and 6 is the number of man. All right. So the last one for tonight for the holistic practices that you can use to help decrease this COVID virus if you get it, or to prevent getting the COVID virus. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Send me some hearts. Yes. You can take St. John's wort. Now, once again, I have taken St. John's wort. Now, I know St. John's wort to be for other uses. I had never known that it was for viruses until I just recently did some research. However, just so you know, it is very good for anxiety issues. If you have nervous system issues, if you get anxious, or sometimes people that have neurological issues, they can feel like creepy crawlers or crawling like up their feet or in their legs. St. John's wort is very good for that. It's also good for depression. I don't know about the depression part. I haven't been depressed necessarily, but as far as like being anxious or having anxiety, as a business owner, I have been, especially in my first few years of a business, I can remember being turned on to St. John's wort. Thanks, Tessa. I can remember she turned me on to some St. John's wort, and it works. St. John's wort, it calms you down. Please, now use it wisely. You don't need to overdo anything. Okay, too much of anything is bad. Don't overdo it. Okay. So St. John's wort is also good. It's good for your nervous system, anxiety, depression, and basically what it does is it fights off viruses due to viral chemicals that's in it. Okay, so and it's the one I took. It was like a little pill that I had to take. And I might even still have some. I keep some of that kind of stuff around at all times. You can always go into, and this is an extra. I mean, I know I said 6, but onions. I can remember, being with a fever and my mama putting onions or potatoes on me and drawing out the fever. So y'all know some of those old wives tricks from back in the day. Use them. Okay, save your life. Use your tricks. Right. Thanks for putting that up there. Okay, so if anybody has any questions or comments, feel free. If you're on Facebook Live, definitely feel free at any time to just chime in and send me a comment. So far I see a lot of people putting up the different holistic practices that you can use, or the herbs that I was talking about that you can use. Definitely place those on there. I appreciate it. And if you're wanting to send your question that might be burning or aching in you, if you just got to get an answer to, ask Anya. I'm here. All right, so you can send your question to Anya's ANYAS well@gmail.com. All right. Okay. My son wanted me to tell you all that I was wearing my kukui nut lei from Hawaii that he made. Okay. So this is a kukui nut. It stands for royalty. So if you've ever been to Hawaii, you know about these kukui nuts. Actually, I think the kukui nut is another holistic practice that they use over there, or they use the milk or something out of the nut. I'm not sure, but it'd be good for you to look it up. Okay. All right. So thank you everyone so far for watching. I want to, and I see a whole lot of other good herbs that you can use if you're on Facebook. Check those out. I see as they're scrolling. I'm looking at you. So just know that there are so many types of herbs out there that are good for all kinds of different issues or problems that you may have in your body. Okay. So thank you all so much. Please, please, please subscribe to the Anya's Wellness Challenge. The Anya's Wellness YouTube channel on YouTube. And if you have questions, Feel free to send me questions to anyaswell@gmail.com. Okay, so the second question came from Lydia. Thank you so much, Lydia, for taking out the time to send me a question. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Lydia says, what are some ideas of relaxing each other during this time, fearing the worst is still to come? Some states have begun to reopen, and I don't feel comfortable going to the spa. Okay. Anytime soon for a massage. What can I do? Well, you came to the right place. I'm glad that you asked. I want to say, first of all, don't fear. It's nothing to fear but fear itself. But I get it. Some people actually are, in a state of fear for their lives, or going out to be around other people who may, be out and about as well. So I get it. As a business owner, I have made the decision I am not opening up anytime soon, only because I want to make sure that I stay safe, and I have to stay healthy in order for me to spoil my clients at my office. So I need to make sure that, before I go out and put myself in harm's way for my clients or for my family here at home, bringing anything back home, I want to make sure that, everyone stays safe. Okay, so I had to tell you that. But I want to also tell you, too, I am not sure of your faith. I always want to make sure that, if there's an opportunity to deliver or introduce someone to Christ, and it presents itself, I always want to make sure that I do that. So if you don't know who Christ is, this would be a great time to get to know him for yourself. And I am a follower of Christ. And so therefore, I know that God has not given me a spirit of fear. He's given me a spirit of love, power, and of a sound mind. And so I know that for myself, but I do also know that God wouldn't have me to be ignorant of anything, and he don't want me to be stupid. Okay. So he gives me wisdom. And that's something that I pray for. I pray for wisdom. So he guides me as his Holy Spirit does throughout the day. And so with that in mind, I don't I'm not in a state of fear. I'm in a place of peace, but I'm also in a place of wisdom and making sure that I make wise choices. Okay. So if you are listening, Lydia, and you are interested in getting to know how to start a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, please feel free to inbox me and we can get that going, or anyone out there as far as that goes. Thank you so much. I see you, Lisa. Thanks, Gentry, for watching. I appreciate that. Hi, Todd. Okay, so when I saw this question, first of all, I want to tell you all, I was really excited because as a massage business owner, I was happy that we had just gotten this question, because like last week, I decided to delegate a day for my family, for all of us to just spoil each other. So we have a day, and it can fluctuate, or you can just choose one, whatever you want to do. But anyway, we chose a day to have like a spa day. Now, I'm a girl, I love massages. I love to give massages, and I love to receive a massage. Okay. So my husband and I, he's still having to work during this time of quarantine. So he's still going out. And so I'm here with the children all day. And Lord knows I'm not going to do it deal in that, because that's also actually it ended up coming into the last question. So I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, so we decided that we would have a spa day, and try to figure out ways how we can release tension. Now, thank God I still had my massage chair in the back of my car the day that they told us that we had to close down, and we weren't going to be able to open back up. So I did have a massage chair in my car, but I don't have the table. But what you can do is something my husband and I did. We worked on each other's shoulders. He drives a truck, and I know what that's like, having to have drove a bus in the past, and your shoulders stay tense. I mean, a lot of times you got muscles that are being affected all up in here, everywhere. But wherever your hurt or your ache is, you can always use a massage. I see you, Joyce. You can always use a massage anywhere, not just because you're a truck or bus driver, but because stress just lies in your body. Okay, so so something you might want to do with your spouse, or if you're not married, maybe your significant other. If you don't have anybody and you're single, you know I have tips for you as well. You can get you a good old wall and just rub up against that good old knot and work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Okay. So, but if you have a spouse or someone to help you, you can always, just take a gentle squeeze on those shoulders. If you're at work and you're having to work from home, you're not necessarily going out, but you're still having to work at home, especially in front of a computer all day. Stretching, just taking some time and take a deep breath and just stretch and relax those shoulder muscles. Get up, maybe do some stretching, bend over, raise back, lift your arms up. All of those good things are really good. Something else that my children did, they decided to do a spa for our feet. I love feet. So I was really excited on that day. My son Jake actually was able to pamper my feet. And I guess with them being at Anya's Wellness, which is now formerly known as a Soothing and Comforting Touch Incorporated, um, they have seen me in action spoiling other people pampering their feet. So I guess they took good notes because it felt really, really good. I was very pleased. I even had to give my baby a tip. So don't forget the tip now. If y'all get some massaging going on from when your spouse and your children and stuff, don't do them dirty. It's a service. Okay. Give them a tip. And I'm not talking about no penny. Don't be cheap. Give them something for their time. Okay. All right. Okay. That's a little tip on the side. All right. Be kind to them. Give them a little tip. All right. Because then you might want them to pamper your feet again. Okay. So this week, as I sold some Queen's Essential Oil, yeah, that's right. Um, as I sold some, I have a line of oils, synergies that I have created, and it's called Queen's Essential. So if anyone would like to purchase those, you can feel free to inbox me. We can get your oils, whatever your need is. If you got some pain going on, or if you just need something to put in your diffuser because you want to relax, or you just want something to smell good, or you have something else. Reach out to me. I can make a synergy for you to, either put in your diffuser or use as like a perfume or a body oil, around your back of your neck, on your temples, to ease your mind throughout the day. Whatever you need, I can get it for you. Okay. So, but my line is called Queen's Essentials. So look for that. I am definitely trying to get in some stores. So during this time of quarantine, I am really working on different ways or brainstorming ways on how to get my line into stores. So if anyone knows anyone that knows anyone that knows anyone, and you're thinking that my line, Queen's Essentials, would be perfect for that particular store, please feel free to reach out to me, inbox me, and let me know. But once again, so if you're looking for oils or something like that, synergies to that I use essential oils for my oil. So if you're looking for something like that, that is also a very good way of decreasing stress as well as pampering yourself, helping you to relax. If you put anything, if you're going to put it on your feet, it's really good because I also do a lot of reflexology on my clients, and with doing reflexology, I teach my clients how it's more effective to work on the feet with the oil because I'm working on all of your organs in your body when I'm working on that. But if you want to know more about that, you have to inbox me for real. Okay. All right. So feel free. Don't forget, subscribe to the Anya's Wellness Challenge. I don't know why I want to keep saying challenge. Do I need to challenge you all tonight? What is going on? Hi, I see my mommy is watching. Hey, mom. Hey, Beverly. Nice to have you all on. All right. So if you're on Facebook Live, please feel free to send me some hearts. Y'all send some hearts. I don't see any love out there. Am I giving any good information or no? Well, I mean, let me know something. All right. So if I have good information, if you're enjoying the show, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to inbox me at anyaswell@gmail.com. That's A-N-A, excuse me, that's A-N-Y-A-S at, I apologize. That's ANYAS well@gmail.com. Okay. So if you have questions that you want to have on the show, please feel free to chime in and send me an email. Or y'all, while you're on Facebook Live, feel free to send a comment below so I'll know, number one, you're watching, and number two, you're paying attention, and number three, that you have actually some comments or something that you want to say. You want to ask me a question, I'll feel free. Let's talk about it, okay? All right, so and then if you're on the YouTube channel watching this evening, I finally got it up. Yay! If you're watching from via YouTube on tonight, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you're not on YouTube, you can definitely, thank you for the hearts. You can definitely go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. All right. I think that's all the house cleaning stuff. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, okay. I did want to let you all know that I will start posting some videos on the YouTube channel pretty soon that will show you that, and that was for this person. Was this Lydia? I think. Yes, for Miss Lydia. Just so you know, I will be posting some videos on the YouTube channel soon that will be able to show you some techniques on how to massage, as well as different things that you can do at home while you're in during this time to kind of relax yourself and all of that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. Um, all right, so undoubtedly there are limits maybe on the YouTube channel. So right now I am completely on Facebook Live, but that is okay. I have my last question for this evening, and it came from Nina. All right. Thank you for watching. All right. So Nina asked the question. She said, teaching the children, trying to juggle new ways to run my business and keep my husband happy and everybody fed. What are some things I can incorporate to keep the peace in the house and prevent a divorce in this time of quarantine? I feel you, Nina. I understand you completely. If anybody else out there can feel Nina, y'all give her some hearts, because Lord knows she probably dealing with everything. I understand. I have little ones too. Well, I have one little one and one middle little one. He not big yet, but he's he in between. Okay, so I have one son that is in the elementary stage, and then I have another son that is in middle school, and it has definitely been a challenge. A lot of things one thing I teach my children is what you do at home is what you do in public. So now I know a little bit about what they have been doing at school. Okay, but to get back to Nina's question, she wants to know, basically, y'all, how in the world can she prevent a divorce? She don't want to get divorced from her husband during this time of quarantine just because she's became a teacher. Let's see what else she said. She owns her own business. So that's a lot in itself. As a business owner, I get it, because we are always thinking about what's next. What's the next project we can do? How can we make this thing right here better? Or, what can we do? So I get it and I understand. And I really, really, really appreciate that question, because first of all, Nina, I want you to know that if you're asking this question, then you are definitely not alone. You're not by yourself, because someone else out there is probably thinking the same thing or asking the same question. How can you prevent, a divorce during this time? Okay, so as a counselor, once again, I work with marriages, couples, as well as families. I do a lot of work with that. Those are my fortes. I love working with people. Okay, so as a counselor and coach for families and marriages and things like that, I love to get everyone to look at what is your responsibility. Okay, what is your responsibility to this particular problem? All right, I know, Nina, Nina, if you're watching, you're probably saying, "Wait a minute, honey girl, wait a minute. It's not my problem. I didn't do it. They get on my nerves." Well, I want you to understand that everybody has a responsibility in a problem. Okay, so we have to figure out what is our contribution to that particular issue. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching and you're just getting on, I want to say hello to you all. Please feel free to go over to Anya's Wellness channel and subscribe. If you have a question that you would like to ask one day on the Tuesday show, but you don't want to present it live on Facebook, feel free to go to Anya's Well, ANYAS, well at gmail.com and present your question. And your question might be the one that I discussed on that Tuesday. Okay. So Nina is trying to prevent getting a divorce because now she has become a teacher. She's a business owner, and sounds like she's frustrated. Okay, she's trying to feed everybody, and somebody's complaining somewhere. Okay, so one of the things I love to get people to look at what your responsibility is to that problem. So maybe ask yourself, Nina, what are you contributing to the problem? Are you putting too much on your plate in a day? Because I know I do that. I mean, especially from someone else looking out on the inside. Now I can juggle a lot. My friend girls sometimes they'll tell me a lot of times, you girl, you got a lot going on. And I'm at peace because I'm used to it. But at the same time, sometimes we can't overdo it. You might need to take a break for yourself and figure out what it is that's in your daily plans now that you need to maybe shift or adjust in some way, or delete in some way to help you have sanity and keep your marriage. Okay. Um, so one of the things I thought about was, what can you delegate to your children? Do they do chores? What can you do to help you? Because right now it's about you, Nina. I want you to understand it is about you right now. Okay. You need to keep your sanity in order to help keep, taking care of everybody else. You're teaching, you're running your business, you're feeding the family, the husband, you're doing all of those things. So what can you do to help you stay healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, you know, so that you don't end up in any type of divorce during this time? Okay, because that's a serious thing. People don't get married to get a divorce. At least most people that I know don't get married to get a divorce. So that's a really touchy subject, and it's a serious one. Okay, so think about time management. Designate a specific amount of time or hours for your schoolwork that you're going to do. If you're having to teach like me, like I have a first grader, so I have to actually teach him his curriculum. He doesn't have the Chromebooks and virtual class and all of that stuff. My seventh grader has that. So, what can you do to specify a certain amount of hours or time for schoolwork, and then for your office work? My husband complains about me being up late at night and stuff right now during this time, trying to get work done. But during the day, I'm trying to make sure that I get my children's work done so that they can pass to the next grade, or help them get their work done. I'm not doing it. I've already been in school. But to help them get their work done, and then make sure that I still have time to try and reinvent myself during this time. As I said earlier, I have now decided to change the name, or actually, I did this prior to the COVID thing, but I announced it during the COVID. So, a Soothing and Comforting Touch Incorporated has now become Anya's Wellness. That way, that the umbrella of all of the things, health, wellness, and relationships, all of it can be under one umbrella, as it was similarly as it was under A Soothing and Comforting Touch. I'm still going to focus on the body, the mind, and the spirit, but then this allows me a whole nother way to avenue to go and touch some other things with that. So just being able to have the opportunity to reinvent myself, try to figure out ways to um use Zoom. Lord knows I still got to do that one. Okay. Have the courage to even come on Facebook Live, or even start to do Zoom groups for therapy. So if anybody's interested in that, I mean, I'm available for that as well. But so, this is a time where, I'm really having to reinvent myself. So I get it, Nina. you know Use your whatever times, if you're not having to go out somewhere and you're able to stay at home, your business now either is closed or you're having to work on the computer throughout the day. Use that time. Figure out the time that is best for you to designate so many hours to the children, and then so many hours for you. But don't forget about hubby, because yes, they can be babies sometimes. And so we do have to nurture them as well. And then definitely their appetites. I live in a house full of guys. So Lord knows they eat around the clock. I mean, I feel like I have become a new chef during this time. I went back to my old ways. when I was a lot younger in college, and I had to cook for myself. But it's been good for me. So if you have to start to cook for yourself, I digress for a second. I'm sorry. So if you have to start cooking, to help the family, to make sure, if you have to cook ahead, maybe prepare your meals. That's something else you can do. Maybe when you're cooking, cook a lot of whatever it is, or cook multiple things at one time, and then have it available where they can just go in the kitchen and snack, or get a dinner, or prepare it and just put it on the stove, whatever. Those are some things to help yourself not get so stressed out. And then, like I said, being in a house full of guys, they want to eat all the time. So you got to figure out, your schedule and what works for you, so that, because this is the key, so that you can communicate your needs to your husband and your family. Okay. You have to communicate. It is so important. If they can't read your mind, they don't know if you're stressed out. I mean, they've been watching you, handle your business with your business, and taking care of the family and everything all of this time. So they're thinking, hey, she all right. She got it going on. This normal for her. So if you need a timeout, you still have to communicate that to them and let them know what your needs are. And, just, I pray carefully for you that, it will definitely prevent a divorce, during this time, or prevent a divorce out of frustration over something that could have been managed. Um, so I hope that helps. And I really, really, really appreciate all of you all for tuning in tonight. I see that it is 6:41, and I guess that's about the amount of time that it takes to ask Anya a question. So thank you all so very much to everybody who participated, everybody who joined in, chimed in, all of you all that were on YouTube tonight, all of you all that participated on Facebook Live, everyone who sent in a question. Thank you, Frank, Lydia, and Nina. I really appreciate you very, very much. If you have a question, don't forget to send all of your questions to Anya's Well, that's ANYAS, well at gmail.com. And please go over to the Anya's Wellness YouTube channel and subscribe today, so that you can stay abreast of health, wellness, and relationship tips during this time of quarantine. Thank you all so much for joining us, and I will see you next Tuesday for Ask Anya Tuesdays. Thanks. Have a great night. I told you, when I'm clicking out, you gotta wait. Oh, I wouldn't think about that. That's all right. Woo.
Can I start cooking?
So, okay, so I must be about 40-minute show. I'm a 40-minute show. I don't need to go. I'm not 30 minutes. This thing cut off on me.
The YouTube thing? I know, because I was on there, then it said live, and then I was like,
did it go off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I saw the red dot. It said live, then next thing you know.
I don't know what happened to that. So maybe it's a 30-minute.
Well, can I start doing that at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but you got to be over here. You just have to be over here in this area, so then you can put it. Thank you all so very much for joining in. If you are watching via Facebook Live, if you're on, put in some comments just so I'll know that you are present. Okay. I think I'm doing good with my speech. I don't sound country. I'm pleased, I think. Where is the YouTube channel? It just went off of here. Mm-hmm. No, we're still on. Thank you so very much. Thank you all for tuning in, YouTube. See you next Tuesday.